This is State Representative Tom Bennett with a weekly update from Springfield. The House adjournment deadline came and went on Wednesday night without an agreement on a budget, either for the current fiscal year or the upcoming one. Well, this week we saw 130 bills passed, 109 were sponsored by the Democrats, and only 21 by the Republicans. Monday night, Democrats on a House committee passed a $5 billion tax increase with a party line vote. They claim it will close the budget deficit, but without reforms to create jobs and fix our broken political system, it does nothing to fix the state's long-term problems. And it guarantees that politicians will be right back in the same spot in a few years, asking for even more money. Things have got to change. Well, since no budget was passed by May 31st, the House will go into overtime for the third year in a row. This means that it will take a 3/5 supermajority to pass legislation, 71 votes in the House and 36 votes in the Senate. It will now be impossible for one party to pass legislation on its own, meaning that in order to pass anything, both parties will have to work together and compromise. In the meantime, schools, service providers, and everyday Illinoisans will keep on waiting and wondering when we will finish our work. It shows the folly of the decision by the Democrats who control the House to waste day after day in the last month with canceled session days or days where we only spent 45 minutes in session. The House passed Senate Bill 1, a badly flawed bill which deals with school funding reform. And one big flaw is that it includes a large bailout of the Chicago public schools, which forces all the other schools in Illinois to divide up whatever funds are left. Schools outside Chicago enroll 77% of the students, but only get 30% of the new funding under this bill. The bill promises more funding for school districts, but without a budget to appropriate any of that money is just another empty promise. I hope we can get back to work on improving this bill. We need to get serious about finding an equitable and adequate school funding formula now. We also need to see some action on workers' compensation reform, and on pensions, and on property tax relief. There's some good news this week also. Legislation passed which reforms the state's procurement process, the rules the state must follow when it buys goods and services. The bill will save taxpayers money and will add transparency to the process. I'm also pleased to report that 2 more of my bills have passed both houses. A bill to make it easier for local police departments to hire qualified applicants, and a bill to create a matching grant program for stewardship of public lands. Well, overall, 5 of my bills passed in the House in the spring session. Well, now we'll see what the next step in our ongoing budget negotiations will be. Both parties need to be sitting down together to negotiate a compromise sooner rather than later. The people of Illinois deserve better than what they have seen from politicians so far this spring.